Hello everybody, I'm Chris Bartlow and welcome back to another episode of the Roundtable. Now, since Christmas is coming up today, we will be discussing our favorite Christmas songs because, it's the most wonderful time of the year and whatever. So, today with me I have Ben.
Hello.
Matthew.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
And Zach.
Hello, my friends. We meet again.
Alright, who wants to go first?
I would like to go first.
Alright, we'll start off with you, Matthew. What is your favorite Christmas song?
Last Christmas by Wham.
Alright, a very brave but very foolish, Matthew. You care to elaborate on that pick?
I think it's a fantastic song that basically shows the ups and downs of Christmas, of giving someone your heart, but then they gave it away, and then you have to give it to someone special.
That's some real body horror right there, man. I've never really understood the hate for this song. People don't grasp the true tale. Like, how can you go watch a movie like Saw and think that's great, and then listen to this song about people literally like giving their body parts away for Christmas and not think it's like the greatest thing of all time?
Yes, when George Michael was writing that song, he had in mind a horror theme.
Yeah, he did. Anyone else have anything they want to say about Last Christmas?
It's overplayed.
It is overplayed.
It's overplayed. I heard the Taylor Swift version so much when I was a kid that it's burned into my brain and I hate it.
I've never listened to the Taylor Swift version.
You're lucky.
I have heard a lot of covers of Last Christmas, but I don't really understand why you would cover Last Christmas. It's the Wham Christmas song. It's the George Michael Christmas song. It really only works if it's George Michael singing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I hear people at times covering The Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. That's literally the Beach Boys Christmas song. Why cover it? Makes no sense. Just make your own damn Christmas song.
I have never heard them do that song.
So, yeah. Moving on, Zach, what's the song you want to list off?
I'll Be Home for Christmas by Bing Crosby. It's my favorite because you think about like the time it was released around World War II and stuff. A lot of Americans, not even just Americans, just a lot of people around the world couldn't be home because they were all fighting in Europe. And they wrote that song about that and about how people would be home in spirit anyway, even if they're all fighting Nazis in Europe.
Alright, anyone else have any thoughts on this song? I mean, I know it. I think it's pretty good. It's not my all-time favorite, but Ben, Matthew, I want to hear from you.
I think that's a banger reason why that song is included because of the time in which it was released.
I don't know about the use of the word bangle exactly, but it is a good song.
It's incredible.
Very sad song in many ways. In all the ways.
Alright, Ben, do you have a song you want to list off, or no?
Yeah, I might as well. I'm going to be listing off... I don't know if this is actually my favorite Christmas song, but it's a good Christmas song. It is Father Christmas by the Kinks. It's just very funny. It's a very funny Christmas song. Also has like a well-intentioned message about poverty and people not being able to afford like presents. And it is kind of ham-fisted, but just like also just still punk rock bang, just the silliness throughout it kind of makes the ham-fisted message, I guess, like woke. Because there's just a bunch of silliness in it. Like, one can be like, oh, it's a song about, like, poor people at Christmas, poor children. That sounds like very depressing. But that song is not depressing. It's just very silly.
I will say, we who have the Walk Roundtable do not endorse beating up Santa Claus. Just small Santa or anyone. We condemn violence against Santa here. Alright, up next, I guess it's my turn again. I am going to go with The Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. I already mentioned this earlier. It's the Beach Boys Christmas song. Yeah, it's kind of a whip off of a Little Deuce Coupe, but still, it's the Beach Boys Christmas song. Anyone have any thoughts on Little Saint Nick?
I really don't like this song.
Why?
I don't know. It's just annoying to me.
The Beach Boys are a
There's
Bengal
a few
band.
Christmas songs. There's only a few Christmas songs that I think are actually annoying and not good. Because I love Christmas music. But it's Carol of the Bells, the Beach Boys song, and All I Want for Christmas Is You. And my dislike for All I Want for Christmas Is You is mellowing out a little bit because I feel like it's not being shoved down my throat that much this year. But those other songs I just can't stand.
Well,
That is,
Ben, Matthew, what are your thoughts on Little Saint Nick?
I don't know if I've ever heard this song before.
How?
That's
How?
like, I like the Beach Boys. Okay, I have heard this song, but it didn't stood out to me.
Matthew's been living under a rock.
I don't know. I feel like when I go to Beach Boy song, I go to the hits, and especially the greatest song to ever been written. God only knows. I don't like when it's Christmas time. Usually, when I think of Christmas songs, I listen to Little Saint Nick isn't one I think of.
You say the hits, Matthew, but I'm pretty sure Little Saint Nick is probably the Beach Boys song that rakes in the most money for them every year.
I'm gonna piggyback what Zach's saying. I'm gonna use a particular version of this song, "Ave Maria" by Leslie Odom Jr. It's it's a rendition of what is known as the prayer Ave Maria or Hail Mary, and he sings. I think Leslie Odom Jr. is one of the best singers in the world. I think when the expression of it's like you're hearing the voice of an angel singing. I think literally that's his voice, and it's also very it's just piano. It's kind of obviously you can hear the song any time of the year, but it's on the Christmas thing. You think about all the stuff that happened throughout the year, and it's a time of being grateful and all that, and it has a very comforting song, comforting feeling, and also it's reminiscent of Christmas songs where, as Zach pointed out, are very hyper, and they're very but that's one I like is Ave Maria by Leslie Odom Jr.
Anyone else have any thoughts on this song? Specifically this version?
I don't know that song. I actually don't know that song. I need to listen to it.
Ben?
And
Is it Isn't that a Catholic hymn?
yes, it is a Catholic.
Christmas.
It is basically played at it was on his Christmas album.
Yeah, but Ave Maria is a million. I mean, I guess Christmas is million in a sense, but I don't feel I associate that with Christmas.
Well, it's in his Christmas album, so I count it as a Christmas song.
I want to talk about White Christmas, which is a great song, and I think it has kind of a more almost depressing vibe to it. Which you have to understand there's a lot of people that for Christmas it's hard times. Maybe they lost family or whatever. My dad lost his grandfather on Christmas Day, so I know
that sucks.
I know that for a lot of people, Christmas Day isn't a very happy day, and the Christmas season, it brings back hard memories, and that needs to be addressed in song. And that song is like wishing everyone a good, happy Christmas, hoping that he can have a good, happy Christmas, but he's still having those memories brought back of what happened in the past. That's just the vibe I get from it. I'm probably reading too deep into it.
Very good song. I'm trying to think what my favorite version of White Christmas, but that's like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Like, it's just like, you can't go wrong with that.
Like, it's OG. You know, it's like the best-selling single of all time.
It's
Any Christmas song that Bing Crosby touches automatically becomes the best version of it.
All right, Ben.
I respect that take.
Ben, you're up next. What's your next pick?
Snoopy's Christmas, a World War One themed Christmas song. It is obviously not very solemn or whatever in a sense, but it is a pretty good like song about Snoopy and the Red Baron getting together, or like fighting, and then eventually making, you know, like taking a break from the fighting during Christmas, which obviously happened in real life, albeit earlier in the war, in 1914 between British and German troops. But in this case, it's it's the Snoopy and the Red Baron thing. Is it like a devastating masterpiece? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yes.
Why? Anyone else have any thoughts on the song?
My favorite World War One veteran, Snoopy.
Absolutely. When I think of Veterans Day, two people come to mind. My grandfather, who served in World War II, and Snoopy when he fought in World War One.
All right. Up next, it's my turn. I'm going to be going with "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas," and particularly the Burl Ives version.
Damn it!
That's
I was going to pick that
one. Oh my god, I love that song.
That's a great one.
It's fantastic.
It's a great one with a great lead vocal from Burl Ives. I really like it. It's one of the all-time greats. Big shout out to it. Big shout out. Ben.
My biggest memory of that is the regular show Christmas one, where Muscle Man, he opens the Christmas gift and it's it's basically a prank, and then you hear "Have a holly jolly Christmas," and it goes on, and everyone's having a laugh. That's like my biggest memory of that song.
I loved regular show, but I'd never seen that.
Oh yeah,
my memory of that song is the Read-Off special, because I would watch that thing like 10 times a year, every Christmas, and I haven't watched it in a while. I think it was the ending scene with Holly Jolly Christmas in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song that brings back very good memories for me.
All right. Next it is, I think, Matthew's turn again.
All right, I have there's like a bunch of really good. There's too many good choices. I'm gonna pick. I don't know if I can't believe no one put this song. The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic. Like, that's kind of what I think of. Like, it's Christmas night and like you're with family. That's like a song I think about all the time. Like, I know it's been said many times in many ways, Merry Christmas to you. It's fantastic. So I picked that one.
It's got the same kind of vibe that I was talking about earlier, where it's not all hyper like a lot of contemporary Christmas songs are. It's just very chill, laid back. It's got that sitting by a fire, it's cold outside, you're with your family, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I like this one too. Up next, it's Zach's turn again. Zach?
I didn't think this far ahead. I'll go with "This Christmas," originally by Donny Hathaway, but I'm gonna throw a wild card out here. I prefer Mark Tremonti from Creed and Alter Bridge's version.
I'm not sure I even know this one, but like I
It
know you
just
have
came-
to. You
it
had
just
to.
came out like a month ago.
You had to snake
It sounds
Creed in
just
there.
fantastic. I need to listen to
You
Okay,
had to
but
snake Creed in
Listen,
there.
listen. Obviously, for anyone who's not informed, Tremonti is the guitarist of Creed / Alter Bridge. However, he also started singing, and he sings on all his solo Tremonti albums. He sings on a few Alter Bridge songs. Also sings background vocals in "My Own Prison" by Creed.
This sounds fantastic.
So a couple of years ago, he did a Frank Sinatra tribute album, and he sounds so great singing those Frank Sinatra songs. So this year he said, "I'm going to do a Christmas album." Did a lot of those old school big band Christmas songs. He also threw This Christmas in there, which is the closer to the album. And God, his version it's so good.
Alright, I'm up next. I guess I'm going to be going with Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and in particular the Bruce Springsteen version. That's a good one. My favorite version of that song. Why, Matthew?
See, that's well, I like Bruce Springsteen, but when I think of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I think of more graceful singing. And Bruce Springsteen is.
I really like the energy in this version with Bruce and the E Street Band. It's great.
Man, I'm trying to think of there's a lot of good ones. This is a funny thing because this is very inside baseball into my household, but there are certain songs played when I basically oh, this is Christmas time, and one of the things in my family is my mom would play the Michael McDonald Christmas album. I forgot which album it's called, but In the Spirit, a Christmas album, and my favorite song is called House Full of Love, which is when you think of Christmas time, it's I'm basically piggyback what Zach's saying. It's not always the best time. People have varying degrees of experience with Christmas, but I really like House Full of Love. Basically you think of you're with your loved ones, friends and family, and you're opening presents, you're watching, if you watch sports, you watch the basketball, or nowadays we see football, or you have dinner and you play games and all that, and so that song basically shows that feeling. Also, shout out to another song he put out was On Christmas Morning, which gets me a little emotional. So, shout out to Michael McDonald's Christmas album. He is a welcome man in my household.
Alright, I guess it's my turn to list off a Christmas song I really like. And I am going with Symphony of Destruction by Megadeath.
Let's go.
Let's go! Zach, you want to tell us what makes Symphony of Destruction such a great Christmas song?
I mean, it's got a good solo, and I met Megadeath, so I like it.
Alright, but back to real world. Alright, it's my turn. So, here's the songs I'm going with. I'm going with the Ronettes versions of Sleigh and Frosty the Snowman. Ronettes version of Sleigh is, of course, the best version. They're one of the best versions of Frosty the Snowman, their version. But the version of Sleigh is the best version of that song, so big shout out to the Ronettes. Ben, Matthew, Zach, you all have any thoughts on these songs?
I think Frosty the Snowman, that's always been an outlier for me. Because it's not really a Christmas song. It's a winter song that talks about Christmas in one line. It's a good song. It's it's kind of weird in that respect. It just makes up a whole new character randomly.
Also, like, of those old Christmas specials, Frosty the Snowman was always like the weakest one.
Oh
Like,
yeah, Rudolph.
it's like,
Rudolph is the best one.
yeah, yeah, I think so. I barely remember the Santa Claus one, but like,
The Santa Claus one's good.
but like
nobody talk about the Santa Claus one. It's mobile Santa Claus ones.
the first one.
I think he said about Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, Santa
Mhm,
Claus.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring an unorthodox pick. I'm gonna pick "Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas" by SpongeBob.
Okay.
I love that song.
It's
I love that
As we-
song.
as we know, Christmas is a very stressful time of the year. You got like family members and all that, but I think SpongeBob said it best. You know, don't be a jerk. It's Christmas. You know, it's a time of good cheer, great joy, and all that. So, you know, that doesn't mean like you don't like if you're depressed because of obvious reasons, because Christmas, it means different things to different people. But don't be a jerk. It's Christmas.
I'm sorry, guys, but me and SpongeBob aren't exactly on speaking terms anymore. Not after what he did.
I remember hearing "Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas" on the radio when I was like 5, and it's a core memory. It was insane.
It's also has a great message. It's catchy. So that's my pick.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
All right.
So- I guess that's my turn now.
Yeah.
I like Silent Night a lot. It's a basic pick, but I like the traditional Christmas songs that aren't like I call it the capitalist Christmas stuff. Silent Night's just it's traditional. It's like it can be played so many different ways. Like I can play it on my guitar, do a solo arrangement of it. And it's one of those songs that like brings you to like how the vibes of Christmas are like. It's supposed to be like nice and calm, and not all like capitalist. And I think that Silent Night is anti-capitalist.
I agree. I support that.
Also, Willie Nelson does he does a great version of it.
I need to hear about that. I've never heard of the Willie Nelson rendition of Silent Night.
Yeah, it's great.
The song I am picking, this is actually probably my favorite Christmas song. Like, I know I said Father Christmas all along, but this is actually probably it. It's Put One Foot in Front of the Other.
Yes.
What?
How do you know that
What?
song?
It's granted, they don't really play it on the radio bit. It's only it plays in the special. It doesn't even mention Christmas in it, honestly.
It's
like
still
it's
the best Christmas
It's
song.
only a Christmas song though because it's in a Christmas special, admittedly.
Put
Yeah, we're
your
starting
foot
to-
in front of the other. Soon you'll be bugged to the floor.
I've never heard that song.
Me neither,
One
but-
foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor.
To be fair, you
And
could
one
listen to that like
foot
any
in
time of the
front
year.
the other,
It's not really a
and
Christmas
soon
song.
It
you'll
doesn't
be
have anything
walking
explicitly
the
Christmas in the lyrics. It's just it's from a Christmas special. So
It's an important song to me.
it's true. Ben, this song saved his life.
I'm gonna assume Christopher was joking when he said that.
But maybe not.
But maybe not. It's not actually exactly wrong.
Alright, for my next pick, I'm going to go with what may be my favorite of like the popular music like songs that's like a Christmas song, and it is Happy Xmas War's Over by John Lennon. I really like this song. It has both kind of a political and philosophical message to it, a pacifist message, but also is a Christmas and also a New Year's song, so it kind of does double duty as a holiday song. It's overall really good. It's just one of my favorite of the Christmas songs. It's got really good vocal to it. It's got really good lyrics. I quite like it. So yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts on this song?
I think that song is kind of mid.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah,
weak.
it kind of is. It's not even the best Beatles Christmas song.
Yes,
honestly.
it is, actually. I prefer Oval.
No, it isn't.
Both are good, but I prefer Merry Christmas Rules Oval.
Okay, sure. Now my turn.
No, but Ben has to give his thoughts on Merry Christmas Rules Oval.
Yeah, that's the better of the two Beatles Christmas songs.
Alright, I think it's Matthew's turn again. Matthew, what's your next pick?
Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
Alright, he's picked Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. I will say I do like this song. I'm not one of the haters, but I do like it.
It's literally acts more of a Christmas song than Happy Xmas. I mean, first off, who says Happy Xmas? Happy Christmas. It's Merry Christmas.
It's British people.
Sure.
Do British people actually exist?
Paul McCartney's British.
I feel like he is beyond being British. He is a human being. But
Unlike
yeah, it's like one of those people. Like Queen is not really British. They're one of human beings. Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, the Beatles. They're just like they're beyond England and they belong to the world, basically.
I did not expect some xenophobia in this Christmas special.
What? Yeah. I'm not really a fan of how the Brits do it, except for the rock music. But,
Matthew, you
Wonderful
really love the
Christmas Time.
Smiths.
Oh, also the Smiths, too. Although, I don't really rock with Morrissey on the things he says. But Wonderful Christmas Time is literally sounds like it's a Christmas. Like you wake up, you see the tree is up, it's snowing outside, you got the Christmas presents, you may have had a bad night's rest, but when you wake up it's Christmas time. That's like why it's like it's basically fitting of Christmas. And also I just feel like Paul McCartney is more of the Christmas spirit than John Lennon is. But yeah, that's I stand by that. Wonderful Christmas Time is the best Beatles Christmas song. It's like, sure, like John Lennon was like the Beatle that's got like, oh, he was the cool one, but Paul is kind of the cool one. Like
Paul was sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Paul was a badass.
I agree. Like you think about it, like he had the best. Although I would argue he did not have the best solo Beatles album, he had like the best like post Beatles career, and part of that is doing Wonderful Christmas Time, a certified hood classic.
All right, Zach, it's your turn again. What's your pick?
Away in a Manger. Again, with the 500-year-old traditional Christmas songs, but it's a really good song. It's another one of those songs that's just like, it feels like just everything is calm, everything's cool. It's not all like hyper. I feel like a lot of Christmas songs nowadays feel really hyper and feel like, oh my God, presents and all this stuff. The old Christmas songs I like a lot because they're nice and calm. They're nice and just, everything is cool, everything is fine, and that's the vibe I get from Away in a Manger.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure I will remember this song right offhand.
What? You've never heard of Away in a Manger?
I mean, maybe if I hold it, I'd recognize it.
Away in a Manger. Man, it's been years since I've sung this. I remember when I was a kid, I actually sung Away in a Manger in a Christmas pageant.
Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar at all.
Because Away in a Manger
goes to a photo bed. The little Lord Jesus way down his head. That one.
Yeah, I don't recognize it.
Everyone knows that song. Oh
Ben?
my God.
Ben, you recognize it?
I'm unsure.
What?
I'm unsure. Like,
How have you not heard of Away in a Manger?
It's it might actually be my favorite Christmas song.
But like,
It might actually be my favorite Christmas song. It's just it's a beautiful
Next thing you know,
song,
you're gonna
and-
say, "Oh, I don't know what Hark the Herald Angels sings," or "Oh, come,
Obviously-
oh, come, Emmanuel," or something.
obviously, I also know that.
I know
Well, you-
Hulk the Angel sing.
That is okay. Next.
Oh wait, Ben, I think it's your turn.
Minutes to midnight, but midnight. Oh, no, just kidding. It is, of course, Merry Christmas, everybody, but it's spelled Merry Xmas. By Slade. This is true glam rock. Like
The
not
Doctor Who
glam
song!
metal
The Doctor
or whatever.
Who
This is
song!
actually what we called glam rock before too. Is the stuff from the 70s? Is the Doctor Who theme song?
It's the Doctor Who song. They play this. I literally would not have known this song except they play it in every single episode of Doctor Who set at Christmas.
Yeah, it's just like the British people song. They'll
The
just like
British people song.
It's the Christmas
pretty
British
good
song.
though, despite being British people song.
It's just the British Christmas song.
Pretty good song. Even though I'm not like a massive glam listener.
I do like my level of glam in my rock.
I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like that 70s British glam rock.
I don't really have much to say about this song. I'm gonna be honest. I really prefer I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Wizard, which was number 2 to Merry Xmas Everybody's number 1 that year. They both came out in the UK. They had like something of a rivalry, I think, in terms of being like the singles on the charts.
That's pretty common, but in around Christmas.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about this song. It's just,
First of all, expressing his ELO bias.
true. Anyone else have anything to say about Merry Xmas, everybody?
Isn't that basically the John Lennon song?
No.
Oh no, it's not. It's not very
What's with
similar.
them saying Xmas?
It doesn't say Xmas in the song though. It says Christmas,
Okay. Why do they keep titling?
Christmas in the song.
Okay.
And
Chris?
this is Merry. It may be the British song, but it does say Merry instead of Happy.
Okay.
But
Merry.
this is like the official British people's Christmas song. And
Oh, fish. There's a.
one time I heard it at the mall, like for Christmas, whatever. I was like, "Am I in Britain now?" I've never been to Britain, to be back now.
My thing about like the stylization of Christmas as Xmas is that it's so much harder to say Xmas than it's just Christmas. Christmas rolls off the tongue. Xmas feels like you're forcing yourself to say it.
Alright, since people seem to be running out of their sort of main picks, we're going to be doing kind of a rapid fire round of songs we want to talk about now. We're going to start with you, Ben.
So some other songs I would like is to mention is did we mention One Run Rudolph? I would like to mention that one. I like
By the Foo Fighters.
the Bruce Springsteen's cover of Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I already did that.
I like Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
I would also like to mention Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses.
I want to do It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams. This is a funny one. Mary, Did You Know by CeeLo Green. Oh Holy Night by Josh Groban. And also like First Noel by Leslie Odom Jr. Let's see. A couple of Stevie Wonder songs, What Christmas Means to Me and Someday at Christmas. The eight Polish Foods of Christmas by VeggieTales. And Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Hark the Herald Born This Day by Yolanda Adams and Hark the Herald Angels Sing from Charlie Brown.
Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley. Come All You Faithful. I don't know if that's been mentioned yet. That might be it because everyone said the other ones I was going to say. But Run Rudolph, Run Run Rudolph by the Foo Fighters, Someday at Christmas by Pearl Jam. Just so those out there.
Pearl Jam did Someday at Christmas?
Yes, and it's fantastic.
I need to listen to this. This sounds amazing.
Alright, time for my rapid fire ones.
I got one more. I got one more on me.
Go on.
O Come, O Come, Emmanuel, and Angels We Have Heard on High. Actually, that was 2, so.
Alright, my turn now. So here's some more that I just run the list off and I haven't yet. First off, I'm surprised no one's gone and done any version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm going to specifically shout out the Burl Ives version. Again, also Silver and Gold, that was in the, of course, Christmas special, Rudolph. But I'm kind of surprised no one listed off any version of the Rudolph song. I also want to shout out just Jingle Bells in general. Here Comes Santa Claus, specifically the Elvis version, is my favorite version of that song. It's a very short song, but very nice. Of course, we also have Walking Around Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee. That song, I think, hit #1 here recently this year, so that's a good one. And I also do want to shout out the version of Jingle Bell Rock by Hall & Oates. And also, I mentioned earlier, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Wizard. And one that's only kind of a Christmas song, but I figured I'd shout it out anyways, Circle of Steel by Gordon Lightfoot.
I was gonna say to troll Zach, all I want for Christmas is You by Mariah Carey, but I just think that song is fine, and it's not really my favorites. I just almost wanted to troll Zach, but I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Alright everybody, thank you for watching. Merry Christmas from us here at Rock Roundtable.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, God bless ye, merry gentlemen. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Very Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you in the next video.